Come on, buddy. It's no live stream without you. Come on, buddy. Meow. Come on. Meow. Just gonna walk around on the floor, huh? Is that how it's gonna be? And there's the other one. And now he decided to join us. Hide behind me here. Nobody have anything to say today? There we go. Hi, Dandelion. Merry Christmas to you too. First question, how's mom? Yeah, my mom is about to go on to lockdown. Apparently, my sister has COVID, and my mom was with her the day before. So my mom is like on quarantine right now. We're hoping she doesn't get it, but she's going to get tested tomorrow. And I guess she has to get tested a couple times to make sure everything's okay. So I don't know. She doesn't have any symptoms yet, but who knows how that's going to all work out. Hi, David. Hi, Rich. Hi, Eric. Hey, Brad. Hey, Michael. Well, I don't know if it's Omicron or if it's Delta. They're saying that Omicron is actually has pretty mild symptoms. So and that's sort of the way I guess I've heard that it goes with these pandemics. You get different varieties that pop out, and they get less and less, uh, severe symptoms as you go along. At least that's what I've heard. Hi, Lorley. Yeah, we're hoping she doesn't get it. My sister apparently is really sick though. So great way to spend Christmas, huh? Tree looks big. Yeah, it's not as big as it seems. It's actually only probably about 18 inches tall, but I think the way it's kind of framed in the shot, it makes it look like it's almost going up to the ceiling. I might put some lights on it. I don't know. Yeah, my sister was vaccinated. hopefully it'll be over soon. But I don't expect anything really serious to happen. My mom, the people that are mostly affected by the coronavirus are really old people who have other health issues, and my sister's young and healthy, and it shouldn't be a problem. So she's just gonna have a miserable couple days. No, she isn't in the hospital. She's dealing with it at home. But her husband and son have actually decided they're going to go stay in a hotel for a couple days, so they can kind of stay isolated. Yeah, it looks a little like a Charlie Brown tree. It's a tiny little tree, but I was reading the little tag on it, and it says that if it's put in the ground and allowed to grow, it'll get like 120 feet tall or something like that. So it has the potential to become a very large tree. And I don't know, I may put it in the yard somewhere, maybe in the front yard. There was a place in the front yard where there was a tree, and I guess the tree died, and they cut it out. So maybe I'll put it in that place. I don't know what her symptoms are, honestly. I was just talking to my mom, last night, and she called and told me about it. And I guess she's just really sick, but they tested it, and it is coronavirus. So I don't know what variant though. Yeah, my mom suggested I call her, so I probably will do that. Yeah, I'm sure I can transplant it too. I may put it into a larger pot for a couple years because I could bring it in, use it for a Christmas tree after a couple years. And I mean, the tree I had last year was out in the backyard when we had that big freeze last winter, and it died. So, I don't know if that's just something that would happen with this tree, no matter what size it is, or if it was just because it was so little and young. But I want to maybe I'll put it into a larger pot after the Christmas season, and that way I can move it inside, or move it in the garage if I need to. Perfect size for the cat. Yeah, well, at this point, there's no danger to it because it isn't big enough that the cats could crawl into it. Do you like the David Kress video? Or yeah, that's part of the history of Waco. I've been trying, in addition to all the other stuff I'm doing, with the house and all that. I want to kind of introduce you to my town. So, I'm going to show it to you, warts and all. There's a lot of great things here, but there've been a lot of horrible things that have happened here too. Hi, Janice. Welcome. Glad you're here. And that, of course, is Bites Butt. Any word on the cabinets? Okay, that's a good one. I went in to the okay. Well, for those of you who let's just kind of back up a little bit here. Last week, right before I went on the live stream, I got a call from the corporate offices at Lowe's about the cabinets, and the cabinets which were supposed to be in the store on the 16th, like 3 days ago. They told me last week that the whole order is delayed and it's going to be March 7th before it arrives. And so it was going to be another 3 months. And I basically just flipped out on that person and hung up on them and ended up calling the person that is my sales representative in Lowe's. And she was at home. And so she was going to go in the next day and, figure out what was going on. Well, she talked to this manager guy that I've been dealing with also. And he called me on Monday. Actually, I went into the store on Monday. But he called me first and told me, no, that call was a mistake, that the computer had it wrong. And he looked at the computer and says, yeah, it definitely says March 7th. But then he looked at another part on the same screen and it said that it had already shipped out of shipped from the factory. So I think somebody punched it in wrong or something like that. It's supposed to already be at the store. But, one of the things I told this guy is I'm really upset that they're not doing a very good job communicating. They're not communicating with each other. They're not communicating with me. And it still seems that they haven't, been communicating very well. They haven't learned their lesson even yet because, like I said, the cabinets were supposed to arrive at the store on, 3 days ago. I guess that was Thursday. And, they were going to call me when they arrived, and I haven't heard from them. So I'm going to go into the store again tomorrow, and we'll figure out what's going on. But I think we're still on track. It'll probably still be after the new year before we get them installed. Because at this point, what's the likelihood that even if they're in the store now, that they're going to get somebody out to install them this week? Not going to happen, I think. Eric's got either allergies or some flu. Yeah, I hear you. I know what that's like. Yeah, bite spot is showing. And he's going to crawl behind me here and come out on this side. Hey, buddy. Say hi to everyone. Do you see yourself? You looking at yourself on the monitor? That's one good looking cat, isn't it? My sister's 3 years younger than I am. You want a belly rub? We got a request for a belly rub. You up for that? Huh? Let's do a belly rub. You're being really tolerant of this today, aren't you? Oh man, yeah, that is Gigu, absolutely. Garbage in, garbage out. Yeah, I know. It's the worst time of the year to be sick, but Christmas is still, almost a week away, so hopefully she'll be better by then. But it really kind of blew all the plans because, my mom was going to go over to my sister's house, and my sister always has kind of a big Christmas, party and, with friends and family and all that. And that's all canceled now. So, yeah, I think the cabinets are back on track, Ruth. I guess the telephone call I got last week was a mistake. They read the message wrong. They read the computer screen wrong, And while it did say March 7th for the delivery date, it also said that the cabinets had been shipped. So, I don't know, somebody punched something in wrong in the computer or something, and the person that called me didn't read the whole screen. They just saw March 7th, and it's like, didn't make the connection. Well, how can it be March 7th if it's already shipped from the factory? So I think we're back on track. I went into the store last Monday and talked to them, and they basically had confirmed they'd called in and said no, they've shipped, they're on their way. So, but they were supposed to arrive at the store on Thursday, and I asked them to call me immediately when they arrived, and I never got a call. So they're going to see me again on Monday. Because I told them, I was going to show up, and because I actually wanted to see the cabinets, after so many mistakes, I actually want to see them, even if they're up on a shelf and they can just say, yeah, that's them up there. I want to see them. So, what am I doing on Christmas? Honestly, I think I'm going to kind of take the day off on Christmas. I don't think I'll do a vlog, but I have kind of decided I'm going to do a live stream on Christmas Day. Probably won't be a full 2 hour one. I'll probably only be on for 1 hour. But after talking to my mom last night about her whole coronavirus thing, potential coronavirus thing, she's agreed that if she's still feeling well on Christmas Day, that she'll come on and talk to you because, her plans were to go and spend the day with my sister, and that's kind of out the window right now. So she's going to come on here, I think, assuming, like I said, she feels well. So I'm suspecting I'll probably start the live stream on Christmas morning about the normal time. We'll probably be on for an hour, and I think my mom's going to be here. So, if you got anything, if you want to stop in, that'd be great. That's cool. That's cool that Jordan's going to go visit John Juan. But I don't blame him. I'm not really sure I want to go there either. Get there and get out. Yeah, I get how that's scary, but what we know about COVID though is that it mainly targets older people who have other health issues. My sister isn't old, she's younger than I am, and she's healthy, so I expect that she's just going to be miserable for a couple of days, and then she'll be better. You like the lights behind me? Yeah, that's funny. I came home and somebody, I don't even know who it was, sent me those in the mail. It looked like it's some sort of promotional thing or an advertising, but I couldn't even figure out who it was. But they're kind of cool, so I just kind of put them up around the frame there. I think it's kind of cool. It does a bunch of, I can do solid colors. I can do, different patterns and stuff like that. It's got a little remote control, and it just plugs into a USB port. So, whatever. I don't know who it was or why they sent it to me, but you know what? They're kind of cool. It begins. His bite over there, giving himself a bath, giving himself a lick, right? And Nibble's gone back to her room, I think. How's the garden going? The garden is starting to fade now. I was out there this morning looking at it. It looks like I got about a half a dozen more habanero peppers, but the tomato plants are almost all dead now. There's still a few tomatoes on them, and I may try and recover those. But I think I'll be probably ripping up the garden. It's been kind of cold for the last day or so. We had a little. It's been actually kind of a warm winter so far because 2 days ago it was like in the upper 70s, lower 80s during the day, and just dropping into like the 50s at night. Yeah, but we had a little rainstorm that blew through yesterday morning, and it was in the 30s this morning when I got up. It was cold this morning, and it's cold outside right now too. So I think that's probably doing in some of the plants. You like the videos I did this week? Thank you. Honestly, the one about the sprinkler head, I did that like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I kept pushing that one out because there were other things I wanted to push in their place. Because I think that one was originally supposed to go live on Pearl Harbor Day, but then I did that thing for the Doris Miller Memorial, the dedication of the new stuff in there, and I said I want that to go live that day. So I pushed that one out to here, and I think it got pushed out again. So that video is actually 3 or 4 weeks old. That's just how it works sometimes. Did the cats wake me up this morning? No, I woke me up this morning. It's funny. I've always been kind of a night person, and somebody who likes to sleep in the morning. But ever since I got a job that I have to be at work at 7 a.m. And getting up at 5, it's like it's getting to the point where my body is starting to adjust to that, and I kind of naturally kind of wake up now earlier, which kind of sucks. But hey, Mark, how you doing? I'm doing good here. A little cold out here today, but I'm sure you know all about cold being in Vermont. It's supposed to warm up again over the next couple of days, so I think we're going to be back into the 70s by Christmas. Yeah, it's still kind of a challenge figuring out what I'm going to vlog from day to day. I'm going to try and shoot one today, but I have no idea what I'm going to do today. Fortunately, I've got videos recorded for the next week and a half. I got the video already up for the 30th, so I've got all this week and most of next week done. Did the cats make me laugh? Sometimes they do. They do kind of stupid things, or they'll get spooked and go running back to their room over something stupid. Am I required to take vacation time, or can I save it all for next year? I can save it for next year. Now, I think they're changing the policy next year. I think I have to use it, or they'll give me a payout at the end of the year. They don't want to bank it up that much. I think they just don't want people, having months and months of vacation time and then taking it all off at once. What's the price of gas in Waco? Well, I mean, I'm sure you're not going to have a whole lot of sympathy for us. It's about 270 here, but that's up a dollar from a year ago. It was like $1.85 last year at this time. I kept wondering why I'm getting this weird glare into this card here. So I'm going to rotate that a little bit. It was bugging me a little bit. Yeah, I'm not going to lose it. They'll just pay me for it. But like I said, it means I just can't bank it up. I haven't taken any vacation time short of like holidays or something like that if I want to get paid for that. So I got like something on the order of like 150 hours accrued already. Get some snow, 7, 8 inches. That sounds fun. First storm of the year. Yeah, we haven't gotten anywhere close to that. It was cold this morning, but I think it was about 39. 309 in Minnesota. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm sure it's about $4.50 in California, especially if you're like in LA or San Francisco or something. Because on top of all the already high gas prices in California, LA County and San Francisco, I'm sure also add a county tax. I know Los Angeles does, so it isn't unusual to see gas prices over over $4 in LA. Just another reason I'm glad I'm out of there. Now, if I was a ventriloquist, I could continue talking while I was drinking water, but I'm not, so I'm not. Am I allergic to anything? I used to have hay fever. I still have congestion in the morning, but it used to be a lot worse when I was a kid. It would completely lay me out. Hi, Black Dot. Welcome to the live stream. Mower work great for the leaves. Yeah, I do that. I've discovered that works really well. It's a lot easier than getting out there and raking. But pretty much all the leaves are off the tree now. One of the ones in the backyard is still dropping leaves, but I think that one's almost done too. And then in 2 or 3 months, the one over the pool will start dropping its leaves. So, I'm going to keep the cover on this year, definitely. I thought once we got past the main fall, point that it would, it'd be safe to do it. And then all of a sudden, the tree right over the pool started dropping its leaves in like February and March. No, that's part of the problem with living in LA is the wages aren't really that high. You just you have to go to extremes to to live. Live miles and miles out of town, or live in a rent controlled apartment, or live with 3 or 4 or 5, 6 people. That's just how you do it, unfortunately. Hey, Jordan, Merry Christmas to you too. Yeah, pool cover's doing all right. I plan to watch any Christmas movies. I've actually watched most of my Christmas movies already this year. I got 5 or 6 in the collection, and so I watched Jordan's movie Christmas with the Corunsses. I watched National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I watched Scrooge last night. I watched Ernest Saves Christmas a few days ago. I watched Christmas Story about a week ago. So I think I've plowed through pretty much all of them. I'll probably have to buy another pool cover next year, but that's sort of what they say. It only lasts a couple of years. It's kind of a thin, like it's almost like a painter's tarp. It's that kind of material, and it's a little bit thin, and so it takes a little time, and it wears out. But if you remember the first year I did it, there was like this wire that was supposed to go all the way around, and that didn't work very well. And so I used those clamps, and I think that's working better. It actually keeps the tarp off the water. And then of course I got those cords that I ran across the yard. I'm doing well. I got a call yesterday from my mom. Apparently, my sister has the coronavirus and she's really sick. And my mom was visiting her the day before she got diagnosed with it. So my mom's on quarantine right now. So, we'll see what happens. We're hoping she doesn't get it. But that kind of blows the Christmas thing for everyone because my sister's usually the big Christmas person and throws a big Christmas bash, and that's all off now. So, like I said a little earlier, I think I'm going to do a Christmas live stream at normal time on Christmas morning. And I think I talked to my mom last night since her plans were to go to my sister's, and that's kind of off the table now. I think my mom's going to come on and be on the phone and talk to you. So, probably won't be a full 2 hour live stream, but we'll maybe be on for an hour or so. So come on in if you'd like to. How's the job going? Job's going great. Yeah, they're letting me do all sorts of stuff. Basically what they're calling me now is a backup lead. And so, they still, I still think they want me to, do more, production stuff and be a trainer and stuff like that. But they're also training me so I can back up a lead if a lead's on vacation or something like that. So things are going well. I'm doing a lot less production work, which is good. That gets a little boring. I was talking to my boss. My natural tendency when I'm working on the machine is if it isn't working well, I try and make it work well. And I get it working well, and then it's kind of a self-defeating situation because the second I get it working well, then it becomes boring to operate because then it's just a matter of, running the machine, and that's boring. Yeah, that's true. I was at one point thinking I might be there for Christmas. Probably good thing I didn't because I wouldn't even have any place to stay at this point because my plan was to stay at my sister's place. And wouldn't have been able to do that. And I wouldn't have been able to stay with my mom because she's on lockdown. So yeah, well that's sort of the thought. It's not a lot of fun to be alone on Christmas Day, and I'm going to be alone on Christmas Day, and if there's others that are here, come visit me. I'll be here for a little while. Yeah, I do too. And my mom, isn't feeling any symptoms, but since she was with my sister the day before she got diagnosed, she's on lockdown. And I guess they're going to go take her to the doctor tomorrow and make sure she's okay. Oh, don't worry about that, Black Dot. One of the things you learn when you're doing a live stream is that people are in and out during the whole thing, so you're going to answer the same questions over and over again. That's not a problem at all. That comes with the territory here. The cat. Basically, I went in and visited Lowe's last Monday. Talked to the manager, and he basically told me that the person that called me made a mistake. Now, the mistake was actually on the computer. It did actually say March 7th, but if you look just a little further down the screen, it also says that the cabinet shipped from the factory. So they're on their way to Lowe's, supposedly, and they're actually supposed to be there, but they were also supposed to call me on Thursday when they were supposed to arrive and tell me, yeah, they're here, and they didn't do that. So Lowe's is staying consistent with their communication skills, I can see. So I'm going to go into the store tomorrow and see if they're actually there, and we'll figure out what's going on. And if they're there, I actually told them last week that I was going to come in on Monday and see them, and I actually wanted to see the cabinets, even if they're just way up there on a shelf. I want to see them just because there's been so many screw ups. I'm not going to believe it until I see it. Yeah, that's sort of what I think too. Christmas is kind of a bad time to be alone. So, you know what? I'm going to be alone anyway too. So, let's just do something about it. We'll get together. We'll have a little fun and socialize a little bit, right? We're back at work on only Tuesdays and Fridays with a mask, huh? Ugh, yeah, I know. That's the one thing I don't like about work right now too, is I'm still wearing a mask at work, and that's after a 12 and a half hour day, that gets old. So what's my plan if the cabinets aren't there? I'm gonna probably have a meltdown. It's still not too late that I could cancel this order, because I mean this is crazy. Don't let my chestnuts get too close to the fire. Yeah, right. Well, I mean the coronavirus is a disease. It's part of our world now. And there's a lot more letters in the Greek alphabet. It's going to be a new variant every year, just like the flu. The flu doesn't go away either. What we got to do though is remind our government that we're not going to just be on lockdown forever. Eventually, they gotta let loose. Word is that this Omicron variant is less severe than the other ones. So there's no reason, and you notice that they don't tell you how many people are dying. Just, hey, more people have it. Okay, fine. How many people are in the hospital? Oh, we're not going to tell you that. How many people are dying? Oh, we're not going to tell you that either. I thought from the beginning it was a bad idea to give up our liberties for something like this, because liberty lost is rarely recovered, and if it is, it's recovered at great cost. Yeah, 2 years into 15 days, slow the spread, huh? Yeah, go to Lowe's as Michael Douglas from the film Falling Down. Or I could just go as Alec Baldwin. Yeah, I agree with you, David. It's they like I said, they like having power over us. This is why I don't trust government in any form or in most forms. I mean, there's certain parts that you have to there's certain parts you got to depend on the government to do. But I'm very libertarian in that. I don't think the federal government should be doing most of what it does. It should be the state's responsibility. Then or as local as possible, because local government is accountable to the people. If you have a problem with the way your city is doing something, you could march into city hall and address the city council, or even talk to the mayor. What do you think the likelihood is that you could talk to your congressman, or it could address Congress or talk to the president? It's not going to happen. Yeah, I will spend the Christmas with the cats. It's kind of cool too, because the way the holidays work this year, I'm getting a lot of days off. So I'm on my 4 day weekend now. I go back to work on Thursday for 1 day. Then I get Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off next week. Then I go in, work 3 days, and I get New Year's Day off next week. And then that's going to be my long weekend again. And so I'll get what, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off, and then we're back. So like I'm working like 4 days in the next 3 weeks. So looking forward to that. A lot of time off, a lot of time to get some vlogs done. The hubby says Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, hubby. Anyone think Alec Baldwin will be charged with a crime? I don't think he intentionally shot anyone. I think it was an accident, but it was an accident that was caused by extreme negligence. That's rule number one with a gun, whether it's real or not. You don't ever point it at anyone, and regardless of whether someone just put a bullet in it or not, and didn't tell him, he still pointed it at them and pulled the trigger. So I think he needs to serve some jail time. Like I said, it isn't murder, but it's like extreme negligence. Yeah, exactly, Brad. Negligent homicide. It's the same as if you're driving your car and texting at the same time. You didn't mean to hit and kill that family, but it still happened because you were extremely negligent. There have to be consequences for that. Now, whether it actually happens or not, I don't know. We'll have to see. But I'll tell you, Alec isn't making his case better by going on TV and doing interviews about it. He needs to shut up. And I'm surprised his lawyer isn't telling him to do that. Yeah, that's just another reason why I'm glad I'm in Texas right now, because we're still relatively free. I don't like the fact that I have to wear a mask at work, but I don't wear it anywhere else. I'm not in favor of outlawing masks. You want to wear a mask, you wear a mask. That's great, Mark. Look forward to seeing you on Christmas. Orly is scared of guns. I'm I'm respectful of guns. I have a couple of guns, but they aren't toys, and you have to have respect for them. You have to treat them, the way you would anything else that's capable of causing great damage. It's really no different than like owning a car. You just have to use it carefully. Yeah, Tracy Rothmeyers, I agree. He's making it worse. Like I said, if I was his lawyer, I'd tell him to shut up. Don't talk to anyone. Where are the kitties? There's one of them right there. Let's see if he can coax the other one out here. She'll sometimes come down when she hears a kitty treat jar. Yeah, I hear her coming. Hear her jumping off the shelves. So you ought to see her peering around the corner there any second. Tick, 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 tick. It's funny, not even Bite's coming running here. Well, she shows up. I'll turn around here. Is there anything better than grilled cheese sandwich with tomato soup? That does sound pretty good. Yeah, I can't disagree with any of that, David. Nibble. I heard her jump from one shelf to another, so that usually means she's coming out, but I don't see her. There's one for you, Bite. Hey, Bill, how you doing? Everything's pretty much the same here. Just kind of getting ready for Christmas here, doing all that kind of fun stuff. Need to come to my house for lunch, yeah. Oh, go to Black Dot's house for lunch, yeah, right? Oh, there's Nibble. Sometimes it just takes her a while to pop out here. Let's see if we can get her a kitty treat here. Get it over Pike's head and go to her. You just let him have it. Okay, so you got that one. Got a little handful of them here. Let's just throw them all out here and see if we can get them to all come out here. Nibble's just going to sit there and watch him eat. Give her a few too. Okay, yeah, she's getting her share now. That's good. There's a couple more for you to find, Nibble. You got to look for them though. There's one. I see one more too. Yeah, she found it. All right. There we go. The kitties got their treats. Missed a couple comments here. Let's scroll up, see what I missed. Stand behind Alec Baldwin. It's dangerous to stand in front of him. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, there's some lawyers that if they give you advice and you don't take it like that, they'll say, "Yeah, I'm not going to be your lawyer. I can't defend you if you're doing making stupid decisions and not following my advice." Well, I mean, I guess I kind of agree, with this. When you're being investigated by the police, I agree with cooperating, but when there are consequences like that, his lawyer may have told him, "Hey, don't do that." Make him produce a warrant. You know, there cooperating is one thing, but letting him go on a fishing expedition is quite another. I'm thinking with a tree, I may put it into a larger pot until it gets a little bigger, and we'll see what happens in the future. It may go in the yard. It may actually end up going in the yard on the pot in the pot, but we'll see. Did I consider moving to other states before settling on Texas? No, I think Texas was always the plan. I don't think I really considered any other states because I've been kind of threatening. I'm going to move to Texas for like 5 or 6 years. The last 5 or 6 years of Disney, I just was just over that place. And I mean, it's funny because I kept telling people I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna move out. I'm gonna quit this place, and they kept rolling their eyes because said, "Oh, you're never gonna do that." And then I did. How often do I water that tree? I've watered it once or twice, but we've gotten a little bit of rain in the past couple weeks too. So, or in the last week or so since I got that. I got that last I think Monday or something. I got that. I was going out to Home Depot to do something else, and I saw that and got it at the same time. Merry Christmas, Jeff, and thank you for the super chat. Thank you very much. Yeah, I did get the tree at Home Depot. I've been kind of looking for a while, and they didn't have any nice trees like that. They had obviously they had the cut trees and all that, and all that, but they didn't really have kind of this variety of Christmas trees. So um, I waited and I saw that one. It's like, okay, that's close enough. Well, I agree with making the police get a warrant. If I was arrested for something and I knew I was innocent of it, I would still get a lawyer and still follow that lawyer's advice, and I would still, exercise my right to remain silent, just so I don't say something wrong that gets taken the wrong way. I would still insist on having all my rights protected. Just sitting down for steak. That sounds good. Jeff's watching Pluto TV. Yeah, as I get going though, more and more, I'm less tolerant of commercials. So yeah, those LEDs. Somebody sent me that in the mail. I think it was some marketing advertising thing, but I can't even figure out who they are. But they're kind of cool. It's just a little LED string, and it plugs into the USB. So I got it actually plugged into the computer right there. And it has a little remote control. You can turn it on and turn it off, and choose different colors and different patterns and stuff like that. Yeah, I agree with you, Mark. A lot of actors do think that they're better than everyone else. Politicians too, that the laws that they impose on us don't apply to them. Yeah, you're right. The top vloggers, the man who gives up freedom for security will lose both and deserves neither. Wise words. I'm gonna go get the remote for that little light thing here, and I'll show you what it does. It's amazing how comfortable I get standing up now and walking away from the camera, right? I don't even know if I can hit this from here, but let's see here. Can I turn it off? Yeah, I can. Okay, so I got control of it from here. So that's the little remote that came with it. I can put just different colors on it. That's like white, you know, blue, green, red, and then there's like these patterns. That's kind of cool too. That is actually kind of Christmassy, huh? That's called strobe. That's called in waves. That's almost like what I was doing before. Um, just run different colors like that. That's kind of neat. That's called fade. This is called chase flash. And where was the auto, is that what I was doing? Trying to find out how to get back to where I was. Oh, maybe there it is. I think that was the one I had running before. I don't know, but it's cool. Like I said, it was free. Somebody just sent it to me in the mail. Came in a little UPS box. I don't even know who it came from. I thought about putting them on the tree, but I didn't know if that would. I didn't think that would work very well. I'll probably go just. I think I got a little string of Christmas lights that I had on a little live tree in the past. I'll probably use that. Can I make those lights purple? Yeah, there is a purple pattern here. Let's see. I don't know. That doesn't seem very purpley though to me. That's sort of a purple, I guess. Kind of a pinkish purple. It's not very dark. And that almost looks blue, although the button looks like it's purple. Yeah, I think that's the closest to purple we got there. We'll do that for a while. Actually, we had the one that was, what was it I was doing here? This one. I thought this one looked kind of Christmassy. So we'll do that for a while. How about that? Have I ever, or would I dress up as Santa for a party or for kids? Um, and I never have. I don't know. I don't really have the physique for Santa Claus, if you catch my drift. Hello in Minnesota. Hi, Gene. How are you doing? Yeah, I like the vibe of downtown Waco too. I love going down there. It's everything I like about a town. It's got kind of a small town feel, but it's big enough that it has everything you need too. One of the problems with really small towns is like you have a grocery store and maybe a fast food place and a gas station. That's about it. This thing, you got all sorts of options for food. It's a it's a nice small city with everything you'd want. So yeah, I'm very happy here. This is a great place. If I don't know who they came from, you'll claim it. You're welcome. Now where's my gift? It's in the mail. Did Waco already have a Christmas parade? Yeah, I think it happened the same weekend I went to the Christmas fair. But I think it happened on like Friday, and I was at work when it happened, so I missed that. You like the band on stage? Yeah, I wasn't even going to do any of that, but it at the end it turned out to be all right. I always get concerned about putting live music on the video because you never know if there's going to get a copyright hit on it and like that, and then you end up having to re-edit the video, and that becomes kind of a pain. But in this case, it worked out okay. Oh yeah, Waco is definitely growing. It's turning into a larger town. We just got an Amazon processing center here. It's a big one. I drove by it a couple of days ago. It's a Yeah, Texas is getting more residents. They're coming from California and New York. Florida too. Florida is getting a lot of population too. Those seem to be the states that people are moving to. California has lost so many people that they actually lost a seat in the House of Representatives. What happens when you get a copyright hit? It just basically means I can't monetize the video. But they may still put commercials in it, but the money goes to whoever owns the copyright instead of me. I put all the work into making the video, and then some person who's 5 seconds of an audio clip gets all the money. Nuts to that. And if you get too many copyright hits, they can actually pull your channel. So I try and avoid that kind of stuff whenever possible. You hear the squirrels scampering around on the roof. It's funny, they use the roof to get from the front yard to the backyard because they'll live up in the trees in the front yard and they'll jump off the tree to the roof, run across the roof, and then jump to another tree in the backyard and not even need to be on the ground. I don't know what my favorite Christmas song is. I guess I kind of bounce around a lot. How's my mom? My mom is on COVID lockdown of all things. I got a call from her last night, and my sister apparently has COVID, and she's really, really sick. And my mom was visiting my sister the day before she came down with the symptoms. So my mom is on lockdown. She's actually going to go in and get a COVID test tomorrow. And I guess before she can get off of lockdown, she has to have two negative tests. So first one is tomorrow, and we're going to see what happens. Is the squirrel deterrent still working on the bird feeder? Yeah, they haven't worked their way past that yet. I guess I kind of figured that would be the way it is because there's no way that they're going to be able to get from the top baffle to the bottom baffle and not fall off of it. So, unless they got really, really lucky and managed to get past both baffles and grab onto the side of the thing. And I haven't seen any evidence that that's happened yet. So, your church is just full of COVID, huh? Yeah. Well, they're saying this new variant is more transmissible, but it isn't as nearly as is serious. It doesn't make you as sick. Now I don't know what variant my sister has. Maybe she's got the old Delta variant. Haven't seen a lot of birds at the bird feeder in a while. In fact, I was getting a little concerned. Maybe the seed pellets that are in there maybe are have gone bad or something like that. I've been actually thinking maybe I'm going to put that thing on the ground and just let the squirrels have it, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, as you can see, I don't even have anything on this tree. I might put some lights on it. I have a small string of lights that I may end up putting on it, but we'll see. Yeah, for those of you who weren't here earlier, I did mention that my mom was originally planning to go to my sister's house for Christmas, but now that my sister's kind of laid up with COVID, that's been canceled. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to have a Christmas Day live stream. Probably won't be a 2 hour thing, might just be an hour, but I don't know. If we have fun, we'll let it run for a while. But I talked to my mom about it last night, and I think she's going to come on and visit because now she's going to be home alone, too. So stop in if you'd like. It'll probably be the normal time, about 11 o'clock Texas time, which is a little over an hour ago wherever you are. We started about 11 here. So whatever time it is, about an hour ago, that's the time we'll start on Christmas morning. So stop in if you'd like. Do the cats like the snow? I doubt it. I don't think they've never been in it because the only time they've ever even seen the snow was last winter, and I didn't let them out in it. I don't know how they would respond to it. I'm guessing they probably wouldn't like it. They don't like being wet, and I'm pretty sure they don't like being cold and wet. Mm, vodka hits the spot. Yeah, there he is again. Any woodworking projects in mind? Yeah, as a matter of fact, I know one of the things that my mom got me for Christmas was some money for a woodworking project, and I'm going to build that table that's going to go the whole length of this wall here. And I'm going to probably do that right after Christmas. So, in fact, I suspect that's what's in this package right here. She gave me a little bit of money for to help with the cabinets in the other room, and she gave me some money. I think she gave me a Home Depot gift card for that project. So, and I also got something from my sister. I expect that's a Home Depot gift card too. So that's always a good thing. I always like Home Depot gift cards. I can always find something to do with it. All right. Merry Christmas to you, Tracy Rothmeyers. Thanks for stopping in. It's good seeing you. Hey, Peg Tooth. How you doing? No, presents behind me aren't for the cats. They're for me. Yeah, the table thing, whatever it's going to be, it'll be it'll be for me to display things on. I'm thinking I might build a little Christmas village during Christmas that could go on there. Maybe even have a little train that goes around it. But it's just kind of a place to put knickknacks and stuff like that. I've done something like that in the past. Yeah, let me get my. I think I got pictures of it here. If you remember when I did those shelves for the stereo components, it's going to be like that, but it's going to be the entire length of this wall. and probably, I don't know, that wide. So it's going to be a decent platform there. And let's see, I posted stuff of this on Facebook, I think. Let me see if I can find this. It's always hard to find what you're looking for on Facebook. There it is. Got to push on like 20 different buttons to get where you want. Woodworking projects. There we go. That's something I did in my house in California at one point. You may have even seen that on the videos. And that's sort of kind of what it's going to be like. I actually did two of them. There was that one, and I guess I didn't get a picture of the other one. And this is actually that thing. That's it. That's it. Finished. Stained and coated and all that. It turned out really nice. I also did another one along this wall here, and that was on kind of my kitchen table for a while. I said, I'm surprised I didn't get pictures of the other one. Thought I did. Oh yeah, I did. Here it is. Sorry, it just didn't come up very fast. Yeah, see, that was the one I did for the kitchen table. And so I'm going to do something like that. And I think that'll look really nice. But that was a house in California. And I think I'll probably do it the same. I'll stain it the same color as this desk here, which I also made. So it'll look real nice, and it'll be, like I said, it'll run from basically from the door all the way over to this wall here. So I figure it's going to be about 11 feet long. Should be pretty cool. Any update on the kitchen? Yeah, it turned out the message I got last week was wrong. Apparently, the person that called me only read the top part of the screen where it said March 7th, but didn't read a little bit further down on the screen where it said the cabinets are already shipped from the factory. So we are supposedly still on track, but it was supposed to arrive in the store on Thursday, and they were supposed to call me, and they didn't call me. So I don't know. I'm going to go in tomorrow and see what's going on. Like I said, even if I let Lowe's finish this project, I think this will be the last time I work with them. I told them before that I didn't want to even come in here the first time because they already had two strikes against them, and now they're like this far away from the third strike, and I don't know. I think I'm probably done with them. I just, Lowe's is okay if you go in and you take the thing that you want to buy and you take it out. They've got it in stock and you buy it and you take it home yourself. If they have to do anything else, they just can't do that. They're just no good at that. So I don't know. Are the cats going to get Christmas presents? I don't know. Maybe I might go find them something. Yeah, and that wall is in direct view of the front door too. So, it's like the first thing you see. That this wall behind you is, is what you see. The first thing you see when you come in the door there. So I'll have to rearrange some of the pictures. Some of the pictures are a little bit too low, so I'll have to do something about that. But that's doable. Yeah, that's something I've been thinking about doing here for, I wanted to have something on there. I've got just an old card table that used to be my parents' and I've had for a while. But I'll probably get rid of that and put this in its place. I'll get more storage out of that, and I think it'll be nice. Like I said, I'll probably put some put Christmas stuff on it, and maybe make a little a village or something like that with a little train going around it or something like that. Sounds like Lowe's had a catfish moment. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm like I said, Lowe's has nice stuff if you can just buy it there and take it with you. But anything beyond that, it's been a disaster every time I've done it. And I told him, I didn't want to come in here because I had already kind of boycotted Lowe's because of past blunders, and but only kind of came here because it really became my only option. You still have to paint the master bedroom. Yeah, the master bedroom, master bathroom all need to be done, and then this house is completely repainted. And I'll probably do that sometime this winter. Right now, it's nice time to be outside. So if I'm going to do a home improvement kind of thing, um, I'll do a home improvement thing. When I want them to be outside kind of stuff because it's a nice time to be outside. But as we get further into the winter, it's going to get colder, and then it'll be a nice time to do indoor stuff. So we'll probably get that done this winter. I don't know. Did I type the wrong date on the live stream? Because the 12th would have been last week's live stream. I don't know. Let me go see here. See if I screwed up. It's possible I screwed up. Wouldn't be the first time, huh? Let's see here. It does. Looks like I screwed up. Wow, here I am watching myself watch myself. I'm sorry about that. I'll fix it up afterwards. I screwed up. I'm human. I misspelled 19. Really got to check my work sometimes. Yeah, it's a common affliction to humans. Free live stream glass of vodka. Yeah, well, we're about halfway through, so I thought I made a mistake once, but turns out I was mistaken. Like just laying there in the hall, chilling out. Right, Bite? You're hoping I'm going to start dishing some more kitty treats, aren't you? Everybody got really quiet. Are there any restaurants in Waco I still want to vlog? I don't know of any particular, but there's a bunch of places I haven't been, so I might do that again. Like I said, I did a lot of those when I was in the apartment. I haven't done as many since I was in the house. I think it's primarily because there's things to do in the house, and I'm not really a restaurant person very much anyway because I prefer to cook my own food. Then I know what I'm getting, and I can make exactly what I want and the way I want it and all that. So. Well, the lawn tractor incident wasn't even because of an inventory issue. They had the thing in stock. They had it right there in the store. The problem was they couldn't deliver it, and then they lost my order. Anything interesting happening in the skies? There's always something interesting going on in the sky, but it's just a matter of looking up sometimes. How's the job? Job's going well. I'm continuing to kind of do different things now. I'm more of what they call a floater now. I know that sounds really bad, but uh, what it does, I just kind of go from line to line, help here and there. I've actually been training with a lead to be a backup lead. That's what they consider me now. I think they don't want me to be an actual full on lead because I think they see more value in having me, being able to, train people and stuff like that. And that's something they sorely need right now because I got a whole bunch of new people and there's only a couple of us that can really train, and nobody can train running the machine as well as I do. You know, I'm really good with machines, and I've really learned how to run the machine really well. Better than I think probably anyone else in the department, except maybe the mechanics. And I can solve a lot of problems, and I'm good at training other people to do that too. So I don't think they want to give that up. Oh, Gene's checking out. Thanks for stopping in, Gene. Good to see you. You remember when I was applying for jobs, Lowe's was one of the places I applied and didn't get it. And actually, I'm glad I did. I'm glad I didn't. I didn't want to go apply for Home Depot because, I know when you work for a company, you kind of get into the politics of the company and don't necessarily like the company anymore. I like Lowe's, I like Home Depot too much. And I didn't want to risk ruining the reputation of the company by working for them. So I figured I could live without Lowe's if I didn't like that. Plus the fact I think if I did work at Lowe's right now, it would make it more difficult for me to be the jerk that I need to be to get them to do their job and get them to finish up this project on time. Because I have no doubt at this point that if I wasn't being the jerk that I am to them, we still would be waiting for weeks and weeks and weeks because you remember when this all started a couple weeks ago, I went in and found out they hadn't even started the job. The people hadn't the cabinet makers hadn't even started the job. And if I didn't make a big deal about it, if I didn't go in there and be a jerk, in all likelihood, they still wouldn't have started the job and we'd be waiting another 3 months. I'm not even gonna say it's corporate, across the whole corporation. It might just be that this particular Lowe's is no good. But on another, a lot of the problem I've been getting though has been coming from corporate office. So that's far beyond just this local store. But you talk to Jordan. Jordan prefers Lowe's over Home Depot. He's had bad experiences with Home Depot. So, you know, I don't know. I guess it's just the individual ones you deal with. And I've dealt with Home Depot for forever because, I went to Home Depot with my house in California, and everything I did there came from Home Depot. So, I had a good Home Depot there, and I had a good Home Depot, and I've had a good Home Depot here. I've never had a bad problem with them. They've always taken care of me. They've always gotten me what I need when I need it, and when they said they'd get it. So I don't know. I think it's store by store, and as is the case with any business, a company is only as good as the people in it. And if you have garbage people running the store, or working at the store, then that's the kind of service you're going to get. No, the framework around here is wood, so yeah, I know what you're talking about in terms of the edging because the house I had in California, the edging was kind of rounded, actually, and you found out about it if you bumped it because all of a sudden you caved it in. But yeah, I don't there isn't metal underneath there to do the corners, and the framework itself is wood. Yeah, I got a couple of Christmas light vlogs coming up. Let's see. There's one I went to one of the some neighbors, some houses in Waco that have stuff. And let's see, there's another one too, I think. Hang on, let me look for you here. Remind myself what I got here. Oh yeah, yeah, I got let's see, what is today? Today's the 19th. So on Tuesday you're gonna get a Christmas lights video, and on Thursday you're gonna get a Christmas lights video. So yeah, the next two videos will be Christmas lights. I knew that there were two of them. I couldn't remember what they were. That's one of the problems you run into when you're putting videos up so far in advance. Sometimes you forget which ones are there. Now I'm being a jerk, but I'm being a jerk for the right reasons. I haven't really seen any other brand grocery stores in Texas except HEB. I don't know. HEB maybe just chased everything else out. Just curious, what do you think your present home would be valued in California? Well, part of the reason I jumped on this one when I saw it is because I actually asked myself that question. In fact, I think I said it to the realtor. When I was working on it, I didn't even want to negotiate. I just gave them their asking price because at the time I looked at it, I said, you know what, this house in this neighborhood on this plot of land, it would be $1 million to $1.5 million house. And I'll tell you, I paid a lot less than that. So, I looked at this, because I mean, I got, what, $510,000 for my house in California, or no, 610,000 for the house in California, and that was, on a relatively small yard. I got a third of an acre here. from my perspective, and a lot of people here have multi-acre lots, but from me having a backyard that it was 20 feet, 20 feet by 50 feet, this yard is massive. In fact, it kind of sucks taking if you have a whole bunch of trash to take out to the street because it's a long way from where I keep the trash cans to the street. Yeah, I guess I can understand how that would happen, peg tooth, but like I said, I've never felt second or third when I've gone to Home Depot. Maybe that's just certain stores are that way. Yeah, yeah, I'm very happy with the house. Yeah, I think the only thing I wish was a little different about this house is I wish it had more windows, so it would let in a little bit more natural light. Half the windows in the house are in the kitchen there. I got two windows here, but they're really narrow. And I mean, there's no the lighting, the original lighting. Remember when I put the original lighting down the hall, the lights that were there, it was even when the lights are on, it was really dim in there. And it's well lit in there now, but unfortunately, that's what I have to do in order to light all that up because it's really dark in there. And I think part of the problem is also that I keep the door to the guest bedroom closed to keep the cats out, and I keep the door to the master bedroom or closed to keep the cats out. So there isn't even light shining into the hall from there. The only natural light in the hall comes from the cat room. See, I like the fact that in my current job, I consider myself friends with my boss. We're on good terms. We talk, just general stuff, on almost a daily basis. Uh, in fact, I kind of wish sometimes he was like that for some of the rest of his employees because I think some of them could definitely use that kind of attention. Doesn't really move the trash closer to the street. Yeah, there isn't really a place to do that though, because the further I'm what I've done is I put it in a place that's close to the house so that I can, get out. When I have to take trash out of the house, I don't have to walk, 100 yards to the trash can. Yeah, I've thought about skylights, but I've heard of a whole bunch of nightmare scenarios that come with them too. If they aren't installed perfectly correctly, they'll leak, and so I don't know. I mean, I suppose I could do it, here on the roof. It'd be really nice on the, going through here, but there'd have to be a bulkhead on the side going up because there's a serious amount of insulation up there, you know, in the attic. But I could supposedly do that, but you know what? Whatever. That's one of the things I did like about the house in California. There's a lot of natural light in the living room. There's a big window in the living room. There were several nice windows upstairs in the common area that I could open up to let light in. But other than that, this house is great. I fully recover from the thumb injury. Yeah, I mean it's still a little swollen there. There's still a big chunk of scar tissue there, but the sense of touch has returned mostly. It's still a little numb, but it's getting better. So it doesn't affect me anymore. I don't have any problems with it, but there is kind of a nice little scar there, and it is still really puffy. There are two kinds of skylights, those that leak and those that don't leak yet. Yeah, I know that's part of what I'm concerned about, and it's definitely one of those things I'd have to have professionally installed, but that's low priority right now. Part of the problem there's decent light coming in through the windows right now, but I'm also sort of a private person, so I don't like to have those windows open. Except when I'm doing a live stream, because then I count on the natural light. But because I like to be well lit up when I'm doing the live stream. When is Flash going to join me? As soon as possible. I keep talking to my boss saying, hey, I'm going to have to get serious about taking some vacation time one of these days, because my mom is putting the full court press on me to go visit her. And even Jordan was kind of pressuring me last week. He said, you got to go visit your mom. So he's right. And I gotta too. I don't want to make a huge hole when I leave, because when I go, I'm going to be gone for probably a couple weeks. And I don't want to create a big problem at work, but they know it's coming. They know I got to do it. So hopefully January, February. I also got to account for when we're going to have the cabinets put in, and I haven't gotten a date for that yet. But you know, it would be nice to be able to do it during the winter when Flash is still kind of in hibernation mode, because if she's hibernating, it'll make the trip a lot easier for her. She'll just suddenly wake up and she'll be someplace new. Neighbors are fine. The house next door to me, the people have moved out, so the house is empty right now. But I've had a chance to talk to them a little bit. I'm a little quiet, so I'm not really a go and meet the neighbors kind of person. But everyone seems really nice. That was one of the things I really like about Texas. People are so nice here. Yeah, yeah, you're right. They ran before me, but they were kind of a mess too. There's a lot of things they kind of depend on me, because I'm kind of a Heinz 57 person. I can do all sorts of things over there. And so, yesterday I was running a line. The day before I was acting as a lead. A few days or before that, I was doing something else. So, it's just, I think that's probably why they like me, is because I want to learn how to do new things, and I like to do different things. And I can do all sorts of things. I've done my best to try and make myself valuable to them. Hi, Cindy. How are you? Sit up straight a little bit here. Kind of hurts my back a little bit when I slouch too much. It'll also show my value when I'm gone for a amount of time. Yeah, I always, when I was at Disney, I tried to become as valuable as I could, so I made a big hole when I was gone. But they never appreciated it. So priorities, yeah. You buy the house next door and have a big property. Yeah, I don't know. I can't afford another house at this point. I'm going to need to make a lot more money on YouTube before I can do that. Hmm. Come back in and yell, "Show me the money!" Yeah, right. See, that's another thing though. I'm actually doing really well financially. I'm not making a huge amount of money there, but the fact that I don't have a mortgage makes such a huge difference. I can live comfortably on what I'm making. And I'm making decent money for somebody that basically came in and started an entry level job less than 2 years ago. I can't complain. And I love the fact that there's all sorts of opportunities there. I've grown as fast as I can in that place, and I still see places I can go in the future. So I see a lot of people moving around. I see a lot of people moving up, and I see myself as being one of them. So that's good. I like what I do. I like the people I work with. All right. Thanks for stopping in, Black Dot. It was good seeing you. Well, and I am considering that too, Jordan. That's one of the things with the new job with the new stuff I'm doing. It's a lot of it is more like sitting at a desk tapping on a computer kind of stuff, and I like that too. So that's definitely a factor. When I was first starting on the job, I was on my feet all day long, and I was exhausted at the end of the day. So I get you. You're 100% right on that, and that's one of the things I'm kind of weaning myself away from now is having to be on my feet all the time. Because you're right, it takes its toll on your body. I mean, I'm not a kid anymore. You're still a kid, so you can deal with that, but it catches up with you after a while. Yeah, 12-hour days, but it's also cool, on weekends like this, I get 4 days off. And I like doing what I'm doing, and I'm respected by the management. And I didn't have that at Disney. I loved what I did at Disney, but I didn't get the respect of the management, and that eventually is what did me in at the place. I couldn't stand it anymore. I couldn't. Every day I went in, it's like, oh man, I got to do this again. I mean, I was working 6-day weeks at that point, and wasn't even getting full time hours. Well, yeah, I think it's not only my upbeat attitude, but it's also my work ethic. Because I'll admit, the one thing I got out of Disney that made me a better person is I got a better work ethic. Because for all my life, every job I've ever had, I was able to excel without really having to do anything. And I had a lousy work ethic. When I was in the CD world, I just I was content to sit around because what I was able to do came so naturally to me. And uh, and at Disney, when I couldn't get them to respect me, I couldn't get them to appreciate me. It made me work harder and harder and harder. It's like, and it developed my work ethic, and um, that made me a better person. I think that set me up to really be a success here, because now I not only have the ability to learn and teach things, but I'm also a hard worker. And I don't know if that would have been the case had I not been at Disney and been mistreated there and done everything I can to try and show that I'm valuable. So I don't really know a whole lot of people that still work at Disney. I still have a few friends that are there, but there's two kinds of people that work at Disney, and it's people who just look at it as a job, like I did, and people who are just way, way, way into the Disney thing. You probably see that in your real life too. There's some people that are just um, who are really, really, into Disney and everything Disney and stuff like that. Well, a lot of those people go work at Disney, and you know, I and I wasn't one of those people. And there's some people I think that no matter how bad things get at Disney, they're just so into Disney that they can ignore it or put it aside because, hey, I work at Disneyland. Oh boy, that's just it. For me, it was a job. It was something I loved doing. I loved working in parades. It was a blast to drive the floats. It was a blast all the things we got to do. But at the end of the day, not being respected by management, not being given the opportunity to advance, that killed it for me. I could have been what they call a lifer at Disney. Somebody who spent the rest of their life working at Disney, but it wasn't to be. Oh, I doubt that anyone in management even cares that I left. And I don't know about the people, who work there, but like I said, the few people I know who still work there, um, they were those Disney fanatics. Well, it's my fans that keep me doing this, because I mean, I'm not making a living at this. I make a couple $100 a month doing this. I spend more keeping this channel going than I make from doing it. But that's not what it's about. I draw on your energy, and that means a lot to me. You give me confidence and make me more comfortable with myself. I'm a different person just because of the vlog, and that's been a very positive influence on my life. And so that's why I do this. I don't ever expect to have my channel grow as big as Jordan's, but I don't care. If it does, it does, but I don't expect it will. And if it doesn't, okay, you know what? I'm getting what I need. I draw off your energy, and that means a lot to me. So sorry, we're all going to go into diabetic insulin shock now because of that. But yeah, it's been exciting watching Jordan do his home too, because it's fun for me to watch him because I kind of know him as a person, and it's been interesting watching him turn that place into his dream home because I know how long he lived in that apartment, and the apartment he was in before that, and the apartment he was in before that, and it's a whole different world when it's your own place and you can decorate it exactly as you want to. Because that place that he lived in when he started vlogging, that he was in until about a year from when he left, that place was a postage stamp. My master bedroom was bigger than his whole apartment. And so, it's nice having a place where you can stretch out and, you know, have a little elbow room and decorate it exactly the way you want it. You know, I don't know how Jordan stayed in that place as long as he did. It would have depressed the hell out of me. But that was sort of the situation he was in too, because money was tight in those days, and so he had to live within his means, and that's what he did. Yeah, that's it exactly. Because yeah, you do. Even if you go back and watch my early videos, it's painful for me to go back and watch the first video I ever did because it was like I was a hostage or something. It was a hostage video because I was terrified of doing that. Thank you, Michael. I'm glad you like the channel. Yeah, I mean, Jordan's apartment, I think, the whole place was, probably 12 feet by 20 feet. That was everything. That was the bedroom, the bathroom, the kitchen. There wasn't really even a kitchen in there. There was a sink. And, it was a tiny little place. Yeah, in fact, that's probably part of the reason he started vlogging so he could get out of the apartment a little bit. But it just turned out that Jordan just fell into his niche with this vlogging thing. And it doesn't surprise me either because I've known Jordan for a long time and he's always been a very creative person, always trying to find some way to entertain people. And whether it was his music or his acting career or even getting into this, he was even kind of flirting with doing like comedy for a while. And he's always been a very, you know, I want to be an entertainer of some sort. And so he finally found something that just really clicked with him, and he's done a fantastic job with it. I'm really proud of him. I'm very excited, very happy for him that he was able to buy his house because that's a beautiful house. Yeah, I'm a longtime viewer of his also. You found him. You found him on Adam the Woo. Yeah. See, before he started vlogging, he was watching Adam and he was watching Justin. And in fact, every time I'd go over to his house, he'd be showing me an Adam the Woo video or a Justin video, and he seemed very interested in trying that on his own. And well, we all saw what happened. But it's really been fun watching it, go from go from the beginning. And it was fun going with him on his adventures. I actually kind of miss that a little bit. And that's why I hope to visit him or hope he visits me at some point so that we can do a little of that again because I have a blast going with him. I got to see so many cool things, go to so many really cool places with him. It's fun. It's fun, watching Falling Down with Michael Douglas and realizing that I've actually been in that Army surplus store. And it's fun watching uh, Wayne's World and realizing that I've been to the store where the music store where the guitar was, and I've been to the donut store, uh, where that scene was shot. I've gotten to do a lot of really fun things with him, and I have a blast doing that. So hope to do it again. I don't know exactly how many of them, but there's got to be about 100. Because I mean, it wasn't uncommon at the time where I'd go visit him like every other weekend, you know, on my day off, and we'd go out and do a vlog. Then in those days he was doing daily vlogs. He was doing one every day. So, when you post one every day, that means you pretty much have to do one every day. And he I think he really liked having me come along, not only because it was fun to show me those things, but also the advantage is when I'd go along, if we were going somewhere, I'd drive, and when I drive, that would give him time to, you know, cram on the subject so that he knew everything that he had to know in order to make it a very entertaining vlog. There's so many times we'd be driving somewhere and he'd be looking at his phone and reading it, and he'd start laughing and say, "Yeah, okay, that's going in there." And he'd tell me some funny story he'd read about wherever it is we're going, or some interesting little tidbit, and you knew that was going to appear in the vlog, and it was just kind of fun watching him build those. Do the cats ever drive me crazy? No, They pretty much leave me alone. They're good cats. I don't really have any problems with them. I saw Andre the Giant from the nosebleed section when you were 7, huh? That's cool. I've never been to a wrestling match. Never really watched it a lot on TV either. Jordan was a big fan of wrestling. I'm not me so much. I'm not really into sports either, but he'd bring me to Clippers games and Dodgers games, and I love going to the games. They're fun. I get into it when I'm at the game, but as for someone that'll sit down and watch a game on TV, no, that's not going to happen. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you too, Robert. Merry Christmas to all of you. Well, that's why this is sort of a symbiotic relationship. That's the best kind of a relationship where each side gets something from it. I hope my videos are entertaining and maybe a little educational. And like I said, what I get back from you in return, means so much to me. I don't comment on every, respond to every comment that people post on the videos, but I read every single one of them. I think I'm going to probably have one of the neighbors take care of them. The neighbors across the street have a couple young girls, and I bet you they'd cat sit for me. I just saw see a lot of live wrestling in Baltimore as a kid. Yeah, like I said, I've never been to one. I don't think I've ever even watched it on TV. I think before I got to know Jordan and his interest in it, I think the only wrestler I was even aware of was Hulk Hogan. And that's just because he was more than a wrestler; he was like a superstar. I get my internet from Spectrum, and the cell phone is Verizon. Verizon keeps trying to get me to sign up for more, but I actually have decent internet with Verizon or with Spectrum, so I'll keep them crawling. Yeah, right. On the other hand, while I'm not interested in watching golf, I enjoy playing golf. I have a set of clubs. Haven't used them since I've been here in Texas, but you know, it might be fun to go out to the driving range at some point. But yeah, curling does seem like a rather dull sport. The first cell phone I ever had was a T-Mobile phone, and I wasn't really that impressed with it. I don't know if their network is better now or what, but I don't know that when I think of T-Mobile, I don't think of it very positively. Like I said, it's been, I don't know, 20 years since I had a T-Mobile phone, so who knows? Maybe it's better now. Yeah, mini golf is fun. I think last time I played mini golf though was when Jordan and I went to Vegas and we went to the Kiss mini golf thing. That was fun. There was also the Twilight. In fact, I'm wearing the T-shirt I got at the Twilight Zone mini golf thing in Vegas on that trip. They got some mini golf courses around here. I haven't done it though. Yeah, curling does sound like something you could sleep to. Yeah, I think I got a hole in one on one of the holes at the was it the Kiss or the Twilight Zone one? I think Jordan caught it on camera too. It was honestly it was based on some advice that one of the employees there said, hey, don't just count on the fact that because there's a bumper out there in the middle that you need to hit the bumper to get the hole in one. The bumpers, move and they can move them wherever they want. And so they suggested try doing this, and I did exactly what they said, and bounce, bounce, bounce right into the hole first shot. Now the guy on the shirt, his name was well, you're thinking Ted Cassidy. He was Lurch. But no, this guy was Richard Keel. Richard Keel was the Canaman in the Twilight Zone. He also played Jaws on a couple of James Bond movies, and he was Happy Gilmore's former boss, the guy who shot a nail into his head um, in Happy Gilmore, and I guess he was also on Land of the Lost. Although I never remember him from that. I'll always remember him as Jaws on James Bond, the coolest Bond villain of them all. He was in two of them there. He was in Spy Who Loved Me and Moonraker. Yeah, I guess it's easy to think he does look a little like Ted Cassidy, but that's Richard Keel. I don't really understand curling either. Anyway, I think we have put in our 2 hours here. Um, so I think we're going to end this one. Remember that we're going to do a live stream on Christmas Day. So if you feel like it, it will start on Christmas morning about the net time my normal live streams start. And so whatever time, look at about 2 hours ago. That's whatever time that was in your time zone. That's when we'll start on Christmas morning. I hope you're going to be here. My mom said she's going to hopefully come on and talk to you. So, she's going to be alone on Christmas Day. I'm going to be alone on Christmas Day. If you're alone on Christmas Day, or even if you're not, want to come in and join us, please do, because we'll be here. So I think that's all I have for tonight. Thanks, everyone. Merry Christmas.